Good morning, happy Monday, and welcome to How You Living on Edge Radio TV. Hope you guys had a great weekend. My name is Robin B, and good morning, Dr. Kiva.
Good morning.
How are you?
Is it morning?
Oops, we're so used to being here on Monday morning. Good afternoon, and good afternoon, everybody. My bad. This is a new experience coming at lunchtime.
It is.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
I worked this weekend.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think, was there, just at a clinic seeing patients.
You stay busy. It's so hard to reach you. I can't reach you during the week. I can't reach you. And I was impressed.
To email me.
I was very honored that you called me Saturday. I'm like, what's she doing now? It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. It's past my bedtime.
But I did work this weekend too. I did fun stuff.
What did you do?
Yeah, I met some of your friends.
Nice.
I went down to the Shape Community, and Dr. Ford was there, and Mr. Washington. So I finally met him in person. And we were still talking, the project we're working on.
Yeah, because Dr. Ford,
he said, call Keith.
The sister cities
yes.
for the relationship between, say, Houston and in Africa, different countries in Africa.
Monrovia is one. And then there were two. I know they were talking about trying to get Liberia. Is Monrovia Liberia?
They're not working with Tanzania, right?
Well, he's trying. That's where he just came from. He just came from Zanzibar. That sounds cool.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. So the plan is for me to start getting some tea exported from. So he facilitated a meeting with me and one of the border people in Tanzania.
Nice.
So yeah, you ever heard of purple tea?
No.
Okay, so purple tea is real popular in Africa.
What are the herbs?
It's an herbal tea. I have to find out, but it has like maybe 14 different health properties.
Okay, but it's not the herb necessarily isn't purple tea.
Yeah.
It's a certain, is that the name of the herb
It's called purple tea. And I got to get more info, but I know after reading about it, out of all the ones, that's the one I'd like to at least incorporate right now.
Okay.
But we'll have to work on that.
I have to figure out what herbs are in it.
Because you'll know. You will know.
I'm curious.
You'll probably have it in your clinic. But I promise you'll get the first bite.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
So you got to try the food over at
Shape, it was so delicious. Yeah. I really, really enjoyed that food. I had a salmon burger, and it was so amazing. I know. Okay, but I always feel guilty talking to a vegan about my meat.
Don't feel guilty.
But it was amazing. We had a great time over there. It was
nice.
It was great. And then I went back to the gallery and got some really nice art.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
We're very excited about.
So was everybody masked up?
We were all masked up, and we stayed masked up. Absolutely, it's important to stay healthy. I mean, and one thing I like is they take your temperature. As soon as you walk in, they take your temperature, and then they make you, sanitize. So they're being as careful as possible
as they can.
Yeah, but still, when I go home, what do? I drink my orange juice with oil of oregano, no matter what. If I'm in public, I come home and have that.
That's the only thing about. So I haven't gone to a restaurant to eat.
Okay.
Because I don't feel comfortable taking off my mask to eat.
You didn't even stay at your mom's on Thanksgiving, right? You took a to-go plate?
I took a to-go plate because I'm like, I'm not going to take off my mask. And so I'm because you have to be concerned about ventilation, what's going on, especially with COVID. So I just rather...
That's the safest. And because you have to deal with patients all the time,
exactly,
you really have to be extra careful.
And you'd be surprised how many people say, "Oh, I had COVID."
Really?
I get that from patients all the time.
And what do you do this?
Well, I mean, they're out now, so what can they know? Just imagine, because even taking temperatures, that's if you're symptomatic. But what if you're asymptomatic?
That's
why you don't have a fever.
You're absolutely right. We're having the best guest we could possibly have right now, because he's going to explain to us how that works. And I'm so looking forward to understanding all about antibodies and how the rapid test works and all that.
So because we're having a guest who's going to tell us about a program that they're having with rapid testing for COVID, which is so needed.
Yeah, and it sounds groundbreaking.
Yeah, because I have a lot of friends and family that's in education.
Okay.
And so they're working in a school system.
Right.
So I'm sure that they would appreciate for everyone to get tests before they even come into the classroom.
Absolutely. I think, so I want to find out about the Sandy station too. That sounds awesome. And how we can, and make more of them all around the country. Right now, I think every town needs one. So we got to find out how accessible it is.
At the border.
Yeah, put them at the border. Put a sanity station at the border. Absolutely. Don't come in my state without one. So I think it would be really cool. We got a lot of questions
they had them
right
at the airport.
Why don't they? Well, let's ask about that. We're going to have a lot of recommendations for our guests today, I'm pretty sure. So let's take a break so we can bring them on pretty quickly if you're okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
So we'll take a little short break, and when we come back, we're going to find out about some rapid testing for COVID.
Yeah. Be right back, guys. Stay tuned.
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com. or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. 66% of seniors spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing findhealthbenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for this informative brochure.
Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters. When people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
And we are back with very special guests this morning. We're going to be talking all things COVID, and I'd like to introduce two of our amazing guests. First of all, the CEO of TPT Global Tech, Mr. Stephen Johnson III. Welcome.
Pleasure being here.
And the COO right? And your name is Richard Eberhardt?
Yes, that's correct.
It's very nice to meet you both.
Very
Thank
nice
you
to
all
meet you.
for being our guests today. We
Fantastic.
appreciate
It's great to be here.
it. So we'd like to have a little background on you, if you don't mind, like how you got into this business.
Okay, well, TPT Global Tech, we are a publicly traded company in San Diego, California. We have been, Rick and I have been in telecommunications for over 20 years. We've been partners for 20 years, and we own one of the largest rural ISPs in the United States. We operate in 10 states across the United States, with over 220 towers lit. We have a media television production company in Los Angeles at the Lot Studios. We do film content for all the studios and so forth. And then 6 months ago, we pivoted into the whole medical industry for TPT MedTech, and because of the whole COVID situation. And here we are here in Texas, East Texas, presenting our end-to-end COVID solution here tomorrow at a presentation. So we're here.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Welcome.
Today.
So, this MedTech is just one small branch of what you guys are doing, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. TPT Global Tech is a publicly traded holding company.
Man,
so we acquire different companies and different technologies, and we put them through our telecommunications infrastructure.
That's awesome. That's really cool. So who are you presenting to tomorrow?
Well, my understanding, there's about 50 to 75 people at the World Word Restoration Church tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
I think the mayor is going to be there. We've got some NBA players going to be there, some football players, some politicians. So we'll be presenting the entire turnkey solution. We had one of our Quik labs shipped from Miami, from one of the Walmart parking lots, here to Houston, and we also have our SaniQuik brought in from San Diego. Nice. So we brought the entire system here, and we're going to be presenting it and showcasing it here in Houston, Texas tomorrow.
Wow. Congratulations on that. I think
So
we're going to try to get the image up too.
What is the system? What
well,
exactly
there's three components of it. There's our mobile labs, which we take shipping containers, and we manufacture them into medical grade laboratories. So we're CLIA certified, so they're full laboratories. So a lot of the testing facilities, especially the free testing places you go, they collect it and they send it to a high complexity lab.
Right.
Our labs are labs, so the tests get done inside. So that's why you're able to get the test within 15 to 20 minutes after you actually take the test, right? Mm-hmm. So we have the lab, then we have our technology component, which really differentiates us from everyone else, where you download our Quik Lab app, you make your appointment, you get tested, and while you're driving home, you get a notification on your app that what your results are.
Oh,
right?
Good.
Then we have a second part of it called our Quik Pass, which is what really we're excited about. And this is the part that we believe is going to help get kids back into schools, individuals back into restaurants, sporting events, high school football games. It's called our Quik Pass Check and Verify. So once you get your test, there's a QR code on the Quik Pass app. You walk up to the restaurant, they scan your QR code, and it sees that you got a test within the last 48 hours, so you're able to walk into that restaurant with the idea that everybody in the restaurant is COVID free, so you don't have to wear the mask.
Wow.
And you can go to a sporting event or a basketball game, football,
or schools.
So this is game changing all the way.
This is what we're doing.
How come you guys are the only ones who've come up with this wonderful idea?
Well, no, there's some other companies that have got components of what we do.
Okay.
They haven't put it all together. Because Rick and I are telecom guys, right? We're Internet of Things, so we see it from a telecommunications play than a medical supply situation.
Okay.
We see it moving data across our infrastructure,
right? That's
and
important.
being able to. So that's why we're able to pivot in such a fast period of time to be ahead of the market here in the United States. Go worldwide for that.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah, we're not doctors, right?
Right. But you're smart.
We're not doctors or scientists, which isn't a bad thing, but we come at it from a different angle,
and
right?
which is
we're
what
problem
doctors
solvers,
needed. That's
right?
exactly
a different side of the brain.
That was a
right.
component.
We're left-sided.
Very smart. So, have you already started to implement it somewhere?
Yeah, sure. We actually have 3 labs operating in Florida, 2 Walmart parking lots in the Dadeland Mall, right? So in a short period of time, 6 months, we build the labs, we developed our technology, and we've implemented and put it into Florida. And we've got a national contract with Walmart, obviously, to put our labs in their parking lots. And we have another strategic partnership with a company called Thomas Scientific, which is the 3rd largest medical supply company in the United States, founded in 1900. So they're our strategic partner. They're out there selling and marketing our technology and what we're doing as well in the United States.
So nothing in Texas so far?
That's why we're here.
We love that you're here because you saw how red we were.
Right.
In more ways than one.
Well, here's the thing. I'm originally from Houston.
Oh my God! No wonder you're at Park Blanche. Yeah. Well, that explains a lot. Welcome home.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
We
I am home.
Yeah, we need to set you up with the headquarters here. That's phenomenal.
I'm originally from Houston, Texas.
Oh my goodness! Where'd you go to school?
Well, I went to Northeastern in Boston.
You're not going to believe this, but I went to Northeastern in high school, though, because the school I had, we took classes at Northeastern.
And in Boston?
In Boston. I grew up in Boston.
Yeah,
that's my hometown.
You don't hear it a little bit. She doesn't sound Southern.
No, I always tell people from Lubbock. That's why.
You know, it's funny. I travel. I've been to 56 countries around the world in my telecom career. And every time someone asks me, where are you from? I said, I'm from Houston, Texas. Even though I've lived in California for the last 20 years, but it's always I'm from Houston, Texas.
That's very cool.
Oh, yeah.
And you're a native Houstonian.
Yeah, I'm Houstonian.
Okay.
Yeah.
She has no accent, but she's a native.
That sounds
believe
Southern.
it or not. That's really cool.
So the test is about antibodies, right?
There's actually really 4 main tests on the market today, right? There's your little finger prick, which is the antibody test. You get results in maybe 3 or 4 minutes. That doesn't really tell you if you're positive or negative, right? It tells you if you've had the virus in the past and your body is building up the antibodies because you've had the virus, right? The other 3 tests that we can do out of our labs are the antigen tests, the molecular tests, and the PCR tests. Those 3 tests basically give you the same type of results but different sensitivity levels for the tests, right? So we concentrate on antigen tests because you can get results in approximately 15 minutes after you collect your sample.
Right.
So the 2 main tests that we do in the labs right now are the antibody test and the antigen test. We have the capabilities of doing the PCR test, but as you know, it's a deeper dive into the pharyngeal passageway, so it's people, say they feel like you're picking their brain out of their head.
Right. I will not. I'm afraid.
The discomfort.
I'd rather get my finger.
There's a little discomfort there.
Yeah.
But it takes longer to get the results of that test.
Right.
So part of our business model is the rapid speed of which we give people the results of their testing to enable them to go back to work, to go to the restaurant, to go into schools, to sports venues.
If you test the antibodies, so if someone is, say, asymptomatic, they could show it. But what if I had it and I have the antibodies, but now I'm not,
Right. So,
but I still have the antibodies.
Sure. If you have the antibody test, the beauty of our Quik Pass system is that it basically monitors the efficacy of your testing regimen, right? So it doesn't do you any good to get tested on Monday and then, try to go into someplace on Friday because that's how long it's taking you to get the test back. So if you have antibodies built up, the general rule of thumb in the arena today is that maybe it's good for 30 days, right? Maybe you've got the antibodies for 30 days. Some doctors say 6 months. Some people say a year. Who really knows?
Right.
We feel our chief medical officer feels that you're pretty safe at a 30-day limit. So if you've got the antibodies, we give you a 30-day time pass on your Quik Pass app. So for 30 days, it ticks down. So for 30 days, you can go in those venues and say, look, I've got the antibodies. I'm COVID-free right now. On the PCR test, that's the true test that tells you whether you have the virus currently, if you're positive or negative. So as long as you're being tested within a 48-hour window, then we feel that you're not transmittable. So you feel that you're pretty safe to go into some kind of a venue to see your kids' football game or wherever it is that you want to go.
The whole idea is not to wear the damn mask anymore.
Right, and no, that's okay. I say damn a lot. That's a nice word.
I mean, because I would be so satisfied going to a restaurant and seeing everybody did the test.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't it be great that everybody in that restaurant is COVID free? Within the last 48 hours, everyone here has been tested, so you're not transmittable.
Right. And just FYI, we had it up there a minute ago, but we did have the image of your lab.
Oh,
it's a very cool looking thing.
There
it is. Now the way that works is they can drive up and get the test.
Drive up, stick your finger out, get your finger
Drive up, get the finger prick, or you can drive up and get your nasal passage
so
swab.
You do the swab as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So which one's more effective? Which one's more accurate?
They're both accurate.
Okay.
But they tell you two different results.
Okay.
All right. The antibody test tells you if you had the virus in the past.
Okay.
The PCR-like test tells you if you're currently active with the virus.
Okay. So if you have the antibodies I'm hearing that some people are getting it twice, that they're still getting infected twice.
That's why we believe you should do both tests.
Right. Right.
And there's something else that people really need to be aware of, and I struggle with this if I should even say these things, but I don't know if people realize, but this virus has morphed.
Yeah, that's the scary thing.
It's morphed in Europe.
Yeah, because it's not COVID-19, it's COVID-20.
Is it
Right.
really? So it's a new generation of COVID?
It's morphed in Europe. That's what the rise in Europe is going on, is because this is morphed. So we're in for a little ride here.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys ready for the morph?
It's the same thing.
It's testing.
It's
okay,
testing,
it's a moving target.
So that's why
this could be with us for quite a while.
Oh my goodness.
Right, it really could be.
So,
and we're going to have to live with the masks. We all have to take care of each other.
Right.
This is nothing that one person, a super spreader, somebody that has it, that refuses to wear a mask, that walks around society. When they sneeze, when they cough, those droplets are going far-reaching distances. So we've got to take care of one another. So we're going to live with the masks for a while, but we have to try to get back to some semblance of order, some sense of normalcy.
And that's going to bring me to the next question, but we have to take a break.
So we'll take a little break.
And we're going to get a little bit political.
Oh my goodness. She can't help herself.
I'm sorry. It's in my DNA.
Right.
Okay, guys.
We'll take a little break and we'll be right back.
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services. Your business needs an edge. Learn about special advertising packages for small businesses right here on Edge Radio. Find out more, give us a call at 281-744-0446. That's 281-744-0446. Edge, because truth still matters.
And welcome back to How You Living. So today, like Robin likes to say, everything COVID. We get to find out about quick testing for COVID, which is so needed and such an awesome idea brought to you by our guests who are telling us more about the quick COVID testing and antigens and antibodies. And so Ms. Robin had a question.
And it's not really political, it's just related to political people. So Richard, before we took a break, you were emphasizing the importance of wearing a mask. So I know that President-elect Biden says when he comes in, he's going to try to mandate everyone wear a mask for 100 days. That's a little over 3 months, right? Do you feel like that would make a big difference?
I don't know. I don't believe we know as a society what it's going to do, but why not? Right? What is the harm? What does 3 months, 90 days, 100 days of wearing a mask? I mean, if you have to live in a bubble for 90 days to kill this virus, we would all live in a bubble for 90 days. So put on the masks and be safe and protect everyone. It's not just yourself.
Exactly, and that's what we try to explain. It's not about you. You know, if you're wearing a mask, you might feel safe, but you really, whoever's talking at you and they spittle goes in your eye, you're in trouble.
Right.
So that's why it's so important.
And it's always pushback, though. It's pushback for wearing seatbelts.
But a good, good point.
It's always a pushback.
But the illustration that's so clear is the Biden camp, they have very minimal infections. And the Trump camp, almost everyone's been infected. So that's a good illustration. And maybe wearing a mask is,
Now, helpful. When it comes to the actual testing, insurance, especially right now with getting rid of or trying to work against the Affordable Care Act, is there insurance that component, or is it cash?
Just so you know, our business model is cash basis, but insurance will only pay for if you're positive. It won't pay for just go and test.
Right. Okay.
But we are working on that element in Florida to get that process started with the insurance side of it. But there's one more thing I wanted to say that's really important about what we're doing. You know, our Quik labs, there's a point of care. It's a point of care technology, right? So even when COVID is gone, we hope to have these in low income areas, so to create testing, you know, for diabetes and influenza and all kinds of different things that we need to be tested as, you know, in our community, right? And that's a really important thing for Rick and I as we continue to promote and build this network out throughout the United States and worldwide. The whole point of care and making people just more healthy.
I love it. So right now you're catering to businesses and organizations, but what about individuals? Like if I wanted to use your services,
could I? Drive on up.
Oh, that's where Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart, Dayland, you drive on up.
Any facility.
Can you say how affordable it is, or is that not your bailiwick? Is that the finance people?
It depends if you've been a flight the next day.
How quick is quick?
Right. So
the costs of tests really are commensurate upon the volume of what you're buying. So to get an antibody test now for just a general walk-up person is approximately $75.
Oh, that's very reasonable.
If you need to get a more sensitive test, a PCR type test, they're approximately $135, but that gives you the right to travel. There's a lot of airlines now that are putting passport type systems in. There's countries that will not allow you to enter their borders, like the Bahamas as an example, right? If you want to go from Miami down to the Bahamas, you cannot enter unless you show proof that you've had a PCR test.
So I wonder how bad the infection rate is down there. Probably not that bad.
I don't believe it is. They almost have a lockdown.
I need a vacation.
But it's in lockdown.
Why don't we all go down and see?
I'm telling you, it's worth it.
Because I mean, if you were traveling and you hadn't had a test, to say, well, hey, there's a Quik lab right there that you can do 15 minutes, and they'll give you your test results before you even step onto the plane.
Right, and we're labs, so you're CLIA certified. It's a laboratory.
Right, so that would be awesome.
So are you all considering getting involved in the vaccine?
We absolutely. We're actually building the back end right now to actually handle.
Can I have a piece
vaccine.
of that action? You said you're public, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're in the process of raising a lot of money.
All right. No, I'm gonna do it the legal way, okay? Because I can't afford the Martha way.
No, we don't want to do the Martha way.
That's really the beauty of the portable nature of the labs, right? Because they are semi-permanent laboratories. We want them to stay forever, so they'll be there to service the community far beyond COVID. Hopefully, a short period of time. But people that need to get vaccinations for influenza,
right?
So many other types of tests and services we can provide out of the labs.
Okay, so you have Walmart. Are you thinking about like CVS and
yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to sit down with the CEO of CVS. So
I think you should hire me because I got all the right ideas, right?
well, here's the thing. Our Quik Pass Check and Verify, it's a standalone platform. So we invite other laboratories, other testing companies in to bring that data in, so that when you're walking into that restaurant, that there's more data points to be able to give you access to that restaurant, because you may have gotten tested at a CVS and not a Quik Lab, but we want you still to be able to go into that restaurant. But so we have to check and verify by pulling the data.
So there'll be a communication between.
We call it our Quik Pass network.
I love
it. We're telecom guys.
We share data.
Phenomenal. You know what? It pays to know a telecom guy. That's
because there's so many tests that you can do even beyond COVID.
That's exactly right.
That's absolutely. And that's wonderful. Now, I don't know if we talked about the Sani Lab yet, but do you have that image we could put up as well? Is it called Sani Lab? Did I say it right?
It's called SaniQuik.
I was close.
You're very close.
Okay.
You were half right.
Okay, I was half right. That's the story of my life. Right. Okay, so we may have it, but can you just kind of give us some background on how did that? I assume that came after or before.
No, it actually came a little after the idea of the labs.
Okay.
Right, and it was basically if you get tested,
there it is.
Right. So if you're tested and you're proven to be COVID free internally, what about if you've walked through a crowd of people and somebody coughed and you walk through the droplets or something and it's in your hair or it's on your clothes?
She needs that. She needs that. Right? Oh my goodness, she always talks about that. Yeah.
So prior.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna get your own personal one for Christmas.
Thank you.
So one for the front door, one for the back door. So
clinic.
It's basically a sanitation cabin. What the sanitation cabin does is you enter it. It scans you to verify that you have a mask on. See, I'm so accustomed to wearing masks, I carry one with me.
Smart.
It scans to verify that you have a mask on. It then takes your temperature, and if you pass both of those tests, it allows you to advance into the sanitation part of the cabin, which is basically just a fog that you turn around in the fog for 3-4 seconds and exit.
Does it mess with your hair at all?
Doesn't mess with your hair.
Good. So we can do it. Okay.
It doesn't mess with your glasses. It doesn't fog up your glasses, so you don't see where you're going.
Is it a disinfectant sort of?
Yeah, it's actually called hypochlorous acid.
Okay.
And hypochlorous acid is a solvent or a substance that was created back in 1876 by a French chemist. And it's been in use since.
Okay.
So it's very safe. It's really just electrolyzed salt water. So the machine that it puts it through, it pumps it out, creates a fog within the booth.
Okay.
So you just walk in and it's the same type of material. We've all gone to the grocery store and you go into the vegetable aisle, and as you're in the vegetable aisle and you're looking at your carrots or your bell peppers, you'll hear thunder or something, and it's to tell you that they're getting ready to spray the vegetables.
That's I usually use that to wet my fingers so I can open a little plastic bag.
Exactly.
Oh yay!
Exactly. So that's what it is.
So when COVID first hit and it was in Asia, you would see the trucks driving around. Is that the same spray that they were using?
Right. And a lot of the trucks, when they're doing sanitation outside, will use a different type of cleaning material. So there's many different types of cleaning materials. This is so safe, you can drink it.
Okay.
So we use this for ours because we just feel it has the same effect.
The kids.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't even have something like this when they opened school to say, well, hey, at least let them walk through and spray them.
We're trying.
We're trying.
That's why we're on your show right now. We're trying.
Oh, we're going to blast this everywhere because you guys are like a godsend right now. We need something that's going to finally, break it up. We've got to find a way to break this up. Otherwise,
slow it down.
Slow it down. Yeah, because it seems like there's no change in sight at the rate we're going in America.
Yeah, we had a Dr. McKellar. She had us in Tyler, Texas, a couple weeks ago, and we were giving presentations and we were saying, this is not that complicated.
Right. It really.
It's not. It's just you're gonna have to make some sacrifices, but just we're not the politicians. We're just a technology company, so we don't set the policies. We don't. But we can tell you, just implement it. And put it in place, and this thing you'll start to see over time the decline of this virus, by just being smart, and that's what we're here talking about here in East Texas today.
They're just treating it like it's still 1918.
So if the policymakers just listen to the experts, that's
there's no shift.
Right.
Where we are right now.
Well, I think we were better off then. I mean, at least it ended in 2 years? I feel like it's going to be a long time coming, unless you guys can really replicate it really fast and,
Well, we can. It's whether or not government. Somebody will allow us to replicate it. Right?
How long does it take to really have to build out the lab? I mean, is that
well, our current factory, we can do about 80 labs a month, and we have a factory on standby. We can do 800 a month.
That's phenomenal.
Right. So once we start getting the larger contracts, the government contracts, and so forth, then we'll start. We'll open up the second factory, and we'd like to actually put one right here in Houston as well.
We would love for you to do that.
Our design is California, San Diego, Houston, Miami, and Detroit. Because I'm dealing with the Detroit government up there as well.
The other thing that I'd like to touch on just briefly that we've missed too is that it's also good for the local communities because we're hiring local staff to man, so it's jobs.
So it's it's win-win. Right. It really is. So the mayor I'm sure he's very excited about this opportunity.
From what we understand.
Right. Yeah, he's pretty progressive.
Because how many people can you test in say in an hour?
It depends on how many lab technicians you have in the lab, but we can test about 300 people an hour.
Wow. Put you right in front of I'd say City Hall. You should have a spot right there. That would do so many things. It'd be first of all, it would send a great message. Right. And, it would hopefully get more people to buy in. Like we need schools, the colleges.
All the Shell and all the big
that's where all the oil companies directly across from City Hall.
They've got a huge amount of employees, and they actually do this. One of our board of directors runs Qualcomm Europe.
Okay.
Right? He's on our board, and so I have a meeting with him later this week where we're getting ready to sit down with the head of Qualcomm for all their campuses around the world to implement what we're doing as well. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, we're at the very beginning. We're excited.
Yeah. As soon as it hits Houston, I'm going to be the first one in line.
I might drive. I won't get on a plane yet to San Diego so I can get tested. A test I can trust. I think we got to take another break.
We're going to take a little break.
Well, we've got a little surprise.
And we'll find out all the rest of the details on if you want to get in contact and in case someone's like, oh, we need that. Yeah. And it can help push it forward. Okay. So we'll take a little short break and join us as we finish up finding out about Quik testing and trying to get it in Houston.
Be right back.
The Natural Nation Network is really about taking control of your health physically, spiritually, emotionally, even intellectually, because there's so much out there in misinformation. There's a lot of people now that are suffering from all sorts of diseases that they really wouldn't have to suffer for if they had better information. And that's what we're here to do. Provide information that can save lives.
The mind and the body are totally connected.
Health can be really serious, and sometimes we just have to lighten it up a little bit while we're still providing substantive information.
And my sort of mantra on the salsa dance floor is kind of similar. I tell somebody, if you make a mistake twice, it becomes a move. Okay.
Tune into Natural Nation every Tuesday at 11 a.m.
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services. Your business needs an edge. Learn about special advertising packages for small businesses right here on Edge Radio. Find out more, give us a call at 281-744-0446. That's 281-744-0446. Edge, because truth still matters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head.
Hey, this is the Talk About Unity show where I bring the talk.
And I bring the unity.
And together we talk about unity. Unity is what matters.
Come on.
And right now in our country, that's what we've got to do. So we do that here, Talk About Unity on the Edge Radio Network. Be with us every week.
It's going to be awesome. It always is. And I tell you what, the more we seek first to understand, then be understood, we make progress.
And we like to do that. And that's why everybody's on the brink. We love what we do at Edge Radio because everybody's on the edge. We bring them back from the edge and we bring the unity. So we're just glad. Edge Radio Network every Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Talk about unity because here at Edge Radio Network, truth still matters.
And welcome back to How You Living on the Edge Radio Network. So today we have, once again, talking about quick COVID testing. I had to say it slow so it can make sense. And as you can tell, we have more people joining us. And Mr. Thomas, who are these lovely people that are surrounding you with all this love?
Well, we have a fabulous Dr. Shirley McKellar from Tyler, Texas.
Wow.
We have Ron Wood from Kansas City. And we have my good friend, Mr. Lamar Odom.
All right.
Los Angeles.
Because you can't do everything by yourself. So it takes a village.
It takes a village. You know, we have just a fantastic management team. And the new extended family here in Texas, you know, it's just a blessing. Like Lamar just said, it's a blessing to have all these folks come together to try to help us execute on this vision that we've had here in the last 6-7 months.
That's great. So awesome. Lamar, your role is you're like a liaison between the sports?
Yeah, just for sports and entertainment.
That's beautiful. That's great.
I look forward to filling the arenas back up and back up.
So you guys are going to have a station with all the teams, obviously. Is that like a high priority?
We've already, because of Lamar, we've already been able to present to the owner of the Lakers, the NBA.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's getting exciting.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress, right? So
but it's going to turn things around.
Yeah. Yes.
That's good. Oh, and I guess NFL as well.
NFL as well.
Okay.
Everywhere you got an arena.
Baseball.
Great.
That's what we're trying to put in.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Especially in Texas, you know, we like our
we like our sport. They love their college football.
So you know, we want to still definitely go to sporting events for sure.
Yeah.
Just bring some normalcy back.
And so you're exactly, and it's like so foreign right now. What does normalcy even mean?
Yeah.
So what are your roles? What do you guys do?
So first of all, I want to introduce myself.
Yes.
My name is Dr. Shirley McKellar, and I actually am the City Councilwoman for District 3, Tyler, Texas.
Oh my goodness.
And so I served on the task force for COVID-19. Want to see that thing is mitigated really soon. So I did a lot of research, and thanks to my dear friend, longtime friend, Mr. Ron Woods, because we worked together on a lot of projects medically.
Okay.
And so when he told me about TPT, I said to Mr. Stephen, what would it take for me to get that to Texas?
Wonderful, wonderful. That
he said
he
said a plane ticket.
Oh.
Thank God.
And so within a few days, I had him here in Texas and covered all across Texas, because I am an East Texan.
Okay.
And so I said, let's start first in East Texas, and then we can spread out across the Lone Star State.
Nice. Well, we are so honored.
Thank you.
I feel so privileged to have you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is
wonderful. And I'm a retired United States Army nurse clinician and Afghanistan veteran, and I have seen more deaths from COVID than what I saw during the war.
And that's 20 years of war.
Yes.
That says.
And so I said, we have to do this immediately. Yes. So I started to reaching out to people all across East Texas, to include this year. And Mary was a
my
dear friend
my
of
friend
my
and sister.
sorority sister.
I'm telling you, guys are doing God's work. You really are.
That's what it's all about.
We appreciate you so
I've
much.
had 6 family members to die of COVID.
Oh my goodness.
Just returned back on yesterday from a funeral of a family member.
So it's real
from Omaha,
personal.
Nebraska. It's very personal. And then I'm a nurse clinician. It's very personal. And thank you, ma'am, for taking care of the patients here, the citizens here in
wonderful
Houston,
Dr.
Texas.
Kiva.
I think COVID has touched everyone in the world.
Everybody.
I mean, you're absolutely right.
There's
probably nobody up here hasn't had someone that you know be affected. You know,
it's amazing.
It's very urgent. I want people to know out there.
Absolutely.
It's very urgent for us to get involved and buy this system across because we cannot put a price on lives.
You're right.
Money is not important. We have plenty of it in America.
Thank
anyway.
you. Thank you.
So
that's
it's time
a very
for us
good
to use it
point.
to protect
Absolutely.
the citizens in this country.
That's true.
So that's why I'm pushing it, and that's why I'm here.
I love it.
And that's why I brought it to Texas.
You guys
we can feel your energy.
For sure. For sure. We know you are sincere.
She'll make it happen.
Yeah, and it's gonna happen. I mean, you got him here. You know,
Yes.
so we appreciate that. We
Stephen and Rick are amazing, and we so appreciate the work that they have done, and the fact that they can pivot from telecon over to medicine.
So really,
it all
this
belongs
is someone,
together.
it really does.
It's so funny. We get presentations. The first thing out of our mouths is, "Okay, guys. First of all, we're not doctors.
Right. We just play one.
I'd
say you're kind of more effective in some ways.
We have a great chief medical officer, Dr. Humberto Ranyo. He was very instrumental in the fight against AIDS and HIV. He created a device that helped decrease the mortality rate for HIV. He's world renowned. So he's our chief medical officer. We have Michael Tomas, who runs a U.S. stem cell out of Miami, who runs all of our Miami operations, and he's one of the best guys in the country with regards to stem cell technology. So our medical team, though, aces.
That's phenomenal. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
And then, of course, having Dr. McKellar on board and Ron and bringing this team together as well to kind of help us bring in Texas. We're just excited to be here.
Great. So will you make
Big Boy here?
And then we got Big Boy here, right? Who's going to bring in all that star quality? Right? I love it. So, do you have anything you want to share?
No, I'm just happy to be here.
Are you enjoy working with them? Are they easy to work with?
Love it.
That's great. That's great. That's wonderful. So now, are you making your way all across Texas? I know you got Houston. So wherever you send them.
Yes,
oh,
we
I
are
love
going to cover Texas.
So you have
because
like a tour bus? So what are you doing?
No. We already did Tyler.
Okay, you already did Tyler, which is awesome.
Right.
All of East Texas.
All of East Texas. Okay.
Yes, we covered from where Miss Sharon Berry lives in Pocket, Texas, all the way across to the bottom of deep East Texas.
So what about Dallas?
Oh, well, that's
next.
We're already
working.
You know,
already
with Houston having the medical center too.
Right.
That can be also definitely a place.
One of the things that we really found out about Tyler was that there's a lot of universities there training nurses. So what a great resource to find people to actually hire for this whole campaign across the country. That's why.
And we're preparing our medical school there. In case you didn't know, University of Texas.
So that's exciting.
Pharmacy school.
Man, that's awesome. So where's next?
Next,
Dallas
timely
So we don't. You do have a next
we have
stop.
a plan. Yeah.
Okay.
Stephen has brought my partner Willie Taylor and I on, and we help with market development, specifically federal market opportunities. Now, the Biden-Harris campaign have set aside a lot of money for the mitigation of the virus. We have the solution. So in terms of a next step is pre-inauguration. We will be sitting with the Biden transition team to deliver what we think is cutting edge technology. So keep your fingers crossed. We think that's going to go well. So I personally worked for years with Department of Veterans Affairs at a national contract to deliver products, and we think that is an opening that Willie Taylor and I are really going to pursue and bring some more opportunities to TPT.
That makes perfect sense.
Sure
Be
it
as
does.
an inauguration. I mean, where else can you be introduced more publicly? No.
Sure it does.
Oh my goodness!
Free
You should have
inauguration.
it should be right there. It should be right before anyone enters.
We should have it.
I'm telling you, I'm the idea girl. This is what I do. But I really, no one should even enter without your testing. You know,
that'd be huge.
That would be huge. Why don't we work on that?
I'll
call you later. Right, I'll call you later.
We need to do
You
that.
guys are
That's
amazing.
right.
I am so. I hope you come back too.
Anytime.
Because what's going to happen is once your impact is made, we're going to need you to come back and tell us, you know, how many lives were saved.
We would love to.
It would be so amazing. But for the time being, there are corporations listening who need to know how to get in touch with you.
Sure, they can go to our website, tptmedtech.com, and there's information there on the website.
Okay.
Right? Or they can look up our stock symbol, TPTW.
I can't wait. As soon as he says cut, I'm in. That's how I can afford to share it too.
Would you say that one more time?
That would be
slowly.
Yeah, slowly, and then
TPTW.
Okay, that's easy enough. Now, what about social media? Do you guys have social media?
Yeah, we have social media with Twitter. You know,
Okay,
we have
great.
our Facebook pages and all that stuff.
And we can put it up, and we'll share it when we.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate
Absolutely,
that.
we definitely want everyone to hear about this.
Yep.
Any other questions?
No, I think it's such a it's so crazy how COVID is really detrimental, obviously,
yeah.
but it has us doing a lot of shifts in order to be able to survive and to live.
Sure.
And so I give you guys high kudos
Amazing.
for coming up with this because it's definitely needed.
Yeah,
for
this
sure.
is a brand new
And
thing.
thank
It's
you
life
for bringing them
changing.
to Texas. You know?
Yeah, God bless you guys. We appreciate everything you're doing. Definitely stay safe,
Will
please.
do, you too.
Put the mask back on as soon as you get out. We will all be masked up in a minute, I promise. I guess that wraps us up. And we got some more. I mean, you guys have pretty much answered everything that every question we had.
Can we just mention tomorrow's
Oh,
event?
yes, please talk about that. You have time.
Oh, well, we want
Yes.
to invite, well, Ms. Sharon Berry, would you like to run up here really fast if you don't mind and just tell them?
You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay.
Right, keep us safe too.
So it's tomorrow at 10
Okay.
a.m. here in Pearland at the World International Church.
Okay.
And that's on which street?
7620 FM 521 is
Okay.
World of Restoration.
World Restoration Church.
World
Okay.
of
Who's the
Restoration.
pastor of that church?
Charles E. Perry Jr.
Okay. Great. That's
So
great.
I bet people know him in this
Absolutely.
area.
Okay.
So
Yes.
we want to say thanks to him
Yeah.
for accompanying us and allowing us to be at that facility. And the lab is right there waiting
Okay.
for everybody to see that.
That's a photo op right there.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for
Oh, I
everything
can't
you're
wait till you
doing.
come
We
back and
appreciate
we
it.
have even more.
Yeah, because we're gonna have like a
exciting
success
news.
story.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you about my success with putting these in arenas and like
That is going to be so huge now.
Right.
So are you working with him? Or are you doing your own thing at the arena? So you guys are going to. He's taking.
No, he's actually Vice President of Sports and Entertainment.
There you go. That's what we needed to know.
No.
Okay, where's your card?
We
We need your card too. Yeah, because I'm gonna collect them all. These guys are life changers. I'm telling you, y'all are really just trailblazing.
And we want all those city council mayors and all of those that are listening out there to contact us about that so that they can make their cities safe.
Absolutely. You guys have a responsibility. You really
Yes.
do.
Thank you.
So take advantage of this. I guess that does us, right? This has been one of the most important shows we've had. I'm telling you.
Heavy hitting show.
Yeah.
Yes.
No shade on our other guests, but this is big. So,
Huge.
Yeah. So thank you guys, Stephen.
Thank you guys
Thank you,
so much.
Richard. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Lamar,
Thank you.
Dr. McKellar,
McKellar.
Mr. Wood. It's a pleasure.
You two are so.
Where's my
Yeah,
sis?
you guys are great.
We're yin and yang.
We're
We always
totally
say
yin
that.
and
We
yang.
are. But I think we're going to sign off, guys. Okay?
Yes.
Might be a little bit early, but I want to talk to them before I have to leave. So.
Okay, I got you.
All right.
I got
So
you.
it's a little unorthodox today. I don't know. All right, well, you tell me. You want to keep going? We can keep going.
So thank you for coming today and watching our show. And remember, as always,
how you living? Bye-bye.